Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to this class. We're talking about emotional and psychological trauma, and this is part three. I'm Dr. Cecil Cockerham, and I'll be your guide for this brief presentation. So let's get right into it and see what we can learn about emotional and psychological trauma. Here are some symptoms: shock, denial or disbelief, confusion, difficulty concentrating, anger, irritability, mood swings, anxiety and fear, guilt, shame, self blame, withdrawing from others, feeling sad and hopeless, feeling disconnected and numb. And these are some physical symptoms here: insomnia or nightmares, fatigue, being startled easily, difficult concentrating, racing heartbeat, edginess and agitation, aches and pains, muscle tension. See, if you are having some of these things that I'm talking about here with physical or emotional symptoms, I think it's well that you maybe email me for an evaluation. There's no cost for you to email me, and we'll have a free private Zoom meeting. You can email me at brcecil@iocc.us, and we can look at it together and then see what we can do in helping you to receive a little help, hope, and healing. So let's look at healing from trauma. Trauma symptoms typically last from a few days to a few months, gradually fading as you process the unsettling event. But even when you're feeling better, you may be troubled from time to time by painful memories or emotions. That's what a lot of people feel. They were traumatized as a small child because of the circumstances that you were in as a small child that you had no control over. But these painful memories keep popping up from time to time, even with nightmares, dreams, and so on and so on. But especially in response to triggers, such as the anniversary of an event or something that reminds you of the trauma. Triggers is a big thing that we'll talk about in our private Zoom evaluation. What are the triggers? Is it an anniversary? Is it a birthday? Is it a passing date of a loved one? Is it such a traumatic event as the 9/11 event that people keep watching over to re-traumatize themselves? Well, see, there's a lot of things happen today in our world. Just dramatic events going on here and abroad that can cause you to be stressed out and traumatized. That's just a fact. And we're here to help you with this series. And I trust that you watch it all the way through for all of these lessons, but I think you'll learn something from them. If your psychological trauma symptoms don't ease up, or if they become even worse, and you find that you're unable to move on from the event from a prolonged period of time, you may be experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which is very famous from people who come away from a war. But it could be from many other events in your life. While emotional trauma is a normal response to a disturbing event, it becomes a PTSD when your nervous system gets stuck and you remain in psychological shock, unable to move and make sense of what happened or process your emotion. See, that's what we do when you meet with me for an evaluation. Where are you stuck? Now, let me share with you a website that I have that's got some great information. Some of it is even free that you can go over, take a look at www.quantumlifenow.org. Please avail yourself of this information at www.quantumlifenow.org. Some great free information that can help you. And if you want to get certified through that educational program, there's a special price also running at this time. It may be when you go check it out. I won't know because you may see this lesson years from now. But nevertheless, that website will be there to give you some help, hope, and healing because there's some great information that I've put up there for your watching, listening, and transformation process. So anyway, take a look at it. Appreciate it. Whether or not a traumatic event involves death, you as a survivor must cope with the loss, at least temporarily, of your sense of safety. The natural reaction to this loss is grief by people who have lost a loved one. You need to go through a grieving process. The following tips can help you cope with the sense of grief, healing from the trauma, and move on with your life. Now, we'll be talking about this grief and trauma and moving on with your life in this next lesson that we'll do. We're trying to make these brief and to the point where you'll watch them, you'll get the information, and if you have time, you can move on to the next one. But this is number 3 in our lessons. And I'm trusting that you're learning something that could help you in this process that many are stuck in. I call them trapped emotions, is my language, when you're stuck in grief and you can't move forward. And for the Asian people have some great information about trapped emotions in your body. Your body systems have those trapped emotions lodged in there as negative energies that you need to do your own study. I can't give you everything I know. I mean, I've been a coach, counselor, mentor for over 25 years with 2 doctorate degrees and a stack of certifications. So I'm not able to impart into you all those things I've learned in these many, many years. I'm helping you here get a jump start. So go do your own research and learn about this process we're talking about trauma, emotions, being stuck, needing some help. That's what we're all about here. And remember, you get the free evaluation with me just by sending me an email at drcecil@iocc.us, and we can see if I can help you in some way. So, as I always end my lessons, saying be blessed today because you already are.